Everything starts with love. And not just any kind of love, but fierce love. When darkness falls across the land and the midnight hour is close at hand, and creatures crawling search of blood to terrorize your neighborhood. Thriller, thriller night. Now there was a man, Michael Jackson, that was in the know. There was a man who had nothing but love to give, medicine on his heart. Heal the world, make it a better place for you and for me and the anti-human race and every other earthling on the planet, the animals, the insects, the trees, the plants. All that man did was bang out hit after hit after hit. So what did they do? They took him out. They turned his life into a shit show and said all these terrible things about him, and now you never hear his music. It's by design. Because you see, we are now living in the real wild, wild west, where we have headless chickens running around supporting the agenda, the story, the official narrative. Headless chickens. Click, 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 click. Yes sir, no sir. I'll wear a mask. It's to protect people because everybody's dying. But I know that there are many of you out there that see differently, that have the ears to hear the truth and the heart to feel what is real. Right now, people are starting to drop like flies, and we're gonna see. We're gonna see when the dust settles who's left standing, who represents Earth, biological life forms, because we are under attack. There is an invasion happening, and it began 1,000 years ago, hundreds of thousands of years ago, when technology came here. You see, it's time to break the wheel. Oh, but the wheel is great. It means that we can move things and we don't have to carry them on our backs, and we're more efficient, we're faster, and roads are great because it means that we've got a pathway and we know where we're going and all this stuff, right? Sticks and stones to space stations and smartphones. Looks like it's good on the outside, on the surface. But here's the thing. You are an electromagnetic, infinite, magnificent, spiritual being in a human body, the greatest, most magnificent body, supersonic spaceship that there is on this planet. And you don't need no wheels to go from A to B. There are powers inside of you that we haven't tapped into yet, that we haven't discovered, because there's an agenda out there that doesn't want you to know the truth. They tell you that you're insignificant, that the chances of life are so slim that you don't mean anything, that if Earth was taken out of the universe wouldn't care. I used to believe that too. I used to think that it was just by chance and that nothing matters. But now I know different. Now I know that everything matters. You see, synchronicity means that if I'm outside walking and a bird flies over my head and I look at that bird, that it can trigger a thought that can make me then look to the right instead of to the left. And because I look to the right and I see a person across the road and they see me, because I look at them because I saw the bird, and I smile and they smile back and they feel good and they think, when I get home, I'm gonna run myself a lovely bath. And they go home and they run themselves a lovely bath and they go, I feel great. And they get out of the bath and they feel great and they say, you know, I'm going to reach out to my mother, to my father, who I haven't spoken to for so long. I'm going to reach out to him. And I'm going to say, hey, Dad, I love you. And you see how that happens? That's because I looked at a bird. And that's because the bird flew over my head. And the bird flew over my head because of everything else that's happening in the entire cosmos, and everything else that has already happened is also influencing everything that's happening right now simultaneously. That is what synchronicity means, and therefore that means that everything is connected. And right now it is time for us to connect to ourselves, to tap into our true powers, to switch them on, to unblock our energy centers, our chakras, to switch on our Merkaba, our light body, the torus field of light that goes around our body, to activate our third eye, our sixth sense, our intuition. Because this story that you don't matter, that you're insignificant, is the same story they're going to tell you and are telling you to keep you at home, to keep you like this. What's that? What did you say? Huh? I don't know what you said. There's a screen and there's a mask and you're not even looking at me. Because you see, they want to turn you into a machine. Something came here a long time ago and it wants this planet. It wants to take over this beautiful, magnificent, glorious, thriving heaven. And it targeted us. You see, the most powerful being on the planet, not better than any other being on the planet, no more intelligent, but the most powerful. Why? Because we have this incredible body. This body can do incredible things in the brain, which is a part of the body. Woo! Teleportation, levitation, walking through walls. Hello, Neo. It's time to wake up. Sounds crazy, right? But then I'm sure space stations sounded crazy 100 years ago, 150 years ago. 200 years ago, aeroplanes, madness. Right? And all that's out there, laser beams, splitting atoms. So you see, there are things inside of us that we need to unleash. And if we don't, then that machine is going to steamroll over this planet and turn it into a chromatic planet. We're already seeing it. The earth is being concreted. The buildings are blocking out the sun. Bill Gates has got a plan to block out the sun right now. Block out the sun so we don't get our biophotons, coherent sunlight energy responsible for activating our third eye and switching on our intuition, our feeling, our connection. And this machine wants to turn us into batteries. You've seen The Matrix. It was Prince, before he passed over, he said, hey, the computer's cool and all, and get on the computer, but don't let it get on you. Y'all seen The Matrix. And there's a war going on, and the prize is the soul. The prize is the soul. Your soul, my soul, all the souls. Something has come to get it, and it is time for you and I to make a stand. To stand strong. And to say, no, I know what I am. I am an electromagnetic, infinite, spiritual being with unlimited possibilities. There is nothing that I cannot do. Only my imagination limits me, and it's time to open up your mind. When I was about 6 years old, one of the very first powerful thoughts that I had that I remember was that nothing is impossible. When I was 21, I had a realization that I don't know anything. Those that think that they know don't know. Those that know that they don't know, know. So this machine is coming and it's steamrolling around the planet. poisoning the oceans, 50 billion animals slaughtered every single year, scarring the skies with the chemtrails, putting viruses out there and blaming us for it. Hey, you're the guys that are making it spread. You're the ones going out there without wearing your masks. That don't work. You need to stay away from each other. Stay home. Don't use that body so it atrophies. Don't use that mind so that it falls apart. Start eating these takeaways. Hey, McDonald's is open, but the local restaurant, nah, close it down. The health food place, nah. Health food, you don't need any of that, right? One day eggs are good for you, the next day they're bad for you. Divide and conquer, confusion, bamboozle. So what can we do about this? Well, everything starts with love. And not just any kind of love, but fierce love. What is fierce love? Fierce love is getting straight, is getting real with yourself. It is not going out onto the streets and shouting and screaming. I understand. So many of you have got this anger inside of you, this frustration. You want someone to pay for what they're doing because you can see what's happening. But that is not the answer. You will not be able to match guns, armies, autonoms, transformers, drones, and they've got a whole fleet of that. That's not the way. So what's the way, Drew? Well, I don't have all the answers, but I know where you begin, and it begins with love. Like I said, fierce love for yourself. You see, when you begin to love yourself, everything changes. That light field, that torus of light energy that's around your body starts to expand, and it starts to touch others, and they feel your love. Those energy centers, your chakras, they start to unblock and activate. Then you can pull that Kundalini energy up from the base of your spine all the way up into your head, into your pineal gland, and activate your third eye. Now you can see through walls, Neo. So what's a great way to begin to love yourself? Well, the most effective way is to start to take care of this body, of this supersonic spaceship. The best one on planet Earth. You have got the Lamborghini of bodies. The Lamborghini. And it's time to be grateful for that. You can see all this beauty with your eyes. You can hear all the magical music. You can talk and express. You can move around. Look at this. The chimpanzee cannot do that with their hands. They can't do triple back flips. They can't do triple back flips, twist salts, and all the twirling and whirling. They don't jump out of aeroplanes and go bungee jumping and skydiving, right? Because they don't have the same body as us. They've got a great body, but they don't have the same as us, the Lamborghini, the supersonic spaceship. So we start to love ourselves and take care of this vessel, of this instrument, so that that which wants to come through us has a clear channel, so that you can hear the messages that say, hey, it's time that you started that creative endeavor of yours. It's time that you started to express yourself, because if you don't express yourself, then you become, the opposite of expression is depression. So it's vital that you learn to tap into that medicine in your heart and share your natural gifts. So when you become a clear vessel, a channel for that which wants to come through, you'll hear its whisper. You'll hear its knock at your door when it says, it's time to get out there. It's time to share that beautiful music. Write those encouraging poems. Write that book that tells a different story. Not 1984. But a new story, a positive story, a beautiful story. Make that virtual reality game that reminds people that they are not just insignificant and alone in the universe, but actually tells them that they are beautiful. They are powerful, and they are magnificent. Get out there and do that work. How do I make this channel an open vessel? Start to eat living foods, high vibrational foods. What are those? Fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds. Eat more food that's of a high vibration so that your vibration increases, so that you go on to a different frequency from 3D to 5D, the frequency of love. And when you do that, when you vibe like that, then you're going to feel amazing and great, and you're going to have the energy. You're going to have the clarity and the focus to go out there and express rather than be depressed. So eat more alive, living, fresh foods, high vibrational foods, fruits, vegetables, nuts and seeds. Make smoothies, juices. Replace your breakfast with a liter of a badass smoothie. Get 3 bananas, 2 handfuls of spinach, some coconut water, make a liter. Get some blueberries, some dates, some almonds, soak them in water overnight so it gets rid of the digestive inhibitors, now your body can absorb it. Get some coconut flakes or desiccated coconut or fresh coconut flesh. Coconut water, put it in a blender. You've got a breakfast to live for. Make fresh juices, green juices. Make half your meal, your evening meal every single day. Make it a fresh salad with a beautiful dressing. Have whatever you want on the other half. Make half of it alive and living. Because you see, when we cook food, and we're all cooking food because it tastes so good, when we cook food, we kill it, we destroy it. We destroy the enzymes, which we need. Yeah, the body produces enzymes. We've got metabolic enzymes. We've got digestive enzymes made by the pancreas. But there are food enzymes in alive, living, fresh, high vibrational foods. And we need them because you see, when you consume cooked food, which has destroyed those food enzymes that are already in the food that make it complete, vitamins, minerals, phytonutrients, enzymes. When you cook them out, the pancreas, which produces digestive enzymes, has to overwork, has to work extra. And over time, it becomes so overworked that it has to now start borrowing the metabolic enzymes. But the metabolic enzymes are responsible for all your bodily functions. They're responsible for your ability to blink, for muscle contractions, for you to think clearly. And now that you're borrowing those metabolic enzymes to digest food, because the pancreas can't create any more digestive enzymes, because it's overworked, because you cook the food enzymes out of the food, now we start to end up with all sorts of problems. Oh, you've got Alzheimer's. Oh, you've got attention deficit disorder. Or your body is atrophying and it's weak, and so on and so forth. So we want foods that are alive and living. That is a great start. Another thing, get outside in nature. Tell yourself that you love yourself. Remind yourself. Look in the mirror and say, I love myself. I deserve, I allow, and I receive that which wants to come through because I love myself. And I know that I am special. Not better than, but special. I am incredible, I am powerful, I am magnificent, I'm an electromagnetic, infinite spiritual being having a human experience with the best supersonic body, spaceship in the world. And I'm grateful for that. I'm excited about that, and I'm going to use it. And I'm going to start by fueling the body. Instead of giving that supersonic spaceship trash, recycled trash, processed trash to fuel it, I'm gonna give it the best fuel going. I'm gonna give it some ultra I'm gonna give it the best fuel that there is out there, and that's alive, living, fresh foods. So start there. Now, I made a commitment myself to cleansing out this old body, clearing away the rust of the spaceship, so that I can polish it up and make it shiny and new, so that I have the best container with which to go out there and come up with creative solutions to the massive issues that we've got out there, because we've got serious problems and we need serious solutions, and nobody can come up with real powerful solutions if they can't think straight. And we can't think straight if we're not feeding our body the right things, and if we've got all this junk inside. So I'm cleansing myself right now. I am on day 5 of a juice feast where I'm having an abundance of fresh, living vegetables and fruits, all juiced. 4 liters, 5 liters, 6 liters a day. I'm going to the bathroom. Lots of waste is coming out of me, even though I'm not eating any solid food. I'm sleeping like a baby. I'm full of energy if you didn't notice. My skin's clearing up. I feel wonderful. And it's going great. But here's one of the things, that's coming up for me. That if you do a juice feast or fast, a solid food vacation, a cleanse, if you do it, this might come up for you. This is coming up for me, where it's like I want to have that reward. I want to get that dopamine hit throughout the day. I'm like, okay, I've been working so hard. I've done this, I've done that, and I'm sticking to my juices. But now I want to have a chocolate milkshake. I want to eat a meal. I want to get high, baby. I want to have a drink of alcohol. All that stuff from the past, the old habits. Now my body is asking for those things because it's addicted. And it's addicted to dopamine, to getting that sense of satisfaction from these short-term rewards. And so that's coming up right now, and it's a challenge, but it's also an opportunity because it means that I get to overcome that. I get to see it and say, no, I won't be a slave to this short-lived satisfaction that doesn't really serve me, that just keeps me like a zombie, looking for one hit after another, right? And so that's what's coming up for me right now. There's all that beautiful, great stuff, but there's also those challenges. But the main thing that's ensuring that I stick to my goal of juicing for at least 30 days, and I'm on day 5, the thing that's helping me the most is accountability. I have 11 friends, 10 friends in a group who I'm accountable to. And I just send a message every single day that I completed the day I stuck to my commitment, and that's it. And every now and then, these guys, they send a message and they say, way to go, Drew. You're doing fantastic. Keep on going. You're an inspiration. You're making a stand for all of us. You're creating a new, brighter future. And that is so inspiring to me. That keeps me on the path. But just knowing that if I fall off the wagon and let them down, that commitment to my friends, powerful friends, people I respect a lot, then just that alone, the shame of that, I would feel so weak, I would feel so small that there's no chance I'm gonna fall off the wagon. So if you're thinking about doing something, if you wanna make the biggest difference right now, if you wanna switch on your supersonic powers and do something about that machine out there, then I recommend you start getting healthy and you find people to hold you accountable. You're gonna be up against your old habits, your old desires to go and get that hit, that dopamine hit, right? To feel like I earned it, I earned that beer, I earned that pizza, I earned that donut, I earned that mindless sex, whatever it is. Instead, you get so much more in return when you start to take care of your health, because your mind will clear up, you'll sleep better, your body will start to lose any excess weight, you'll get stronger, you'll feel incredible, and you'll know that you are fiercely loving yourself and making a stand for Earth, for Earthlings, for biological life. So if you do it, let me know in the comments below, and share this message with those that can hear it. Those of your friends that can hear what is being said here, all of this, share it with them. Let them know that we are going to succeed in this. Everything has changed. It needed to stop. It needed to change. The whole world was out of whack. Now we have this opportunity, as we're in the new age of Aquarius, we have this opportunity to create a new world, a new vision of heaven, and we are going to do it. But those ones that have been sat on the throne for so long, they're not going to step aside. They're not going to get off that throne easily. And we need to know that, and we need to know that we've got to come up with creative solutions to do something about them. But it starts with you first. It starts with loving yourself fiercely and compassionately, loving yourself. And when you do that, when you take care of yourself, know that you're taking care of me and of everyone else. Because no matter what they say, no matter how disconnected they make you think and feel that you are, we are all in this together.